Hello and welcome back to another episode of Ground Wars. My blind playthrough on the very hardest difficulty is continuing. My name is Syken. We are joining in the next storyline mission, the Archpriest. And we got, as always, our prime team there on the hunt for yet another sweet, unique weapon.
Ah, there you are. I know you've come to find Serval. So it was he who betrayed us at Koschrel. And you thought you would kill him without me? The local area is infested with mercenaries and plunderers. Not that there's any real difference between the two. I'll search the riverbanks with my men. You, look over there.
Would be cool if you could play both teams and then you just get a free team. Oh, look at you, sweetheart.
The hour is nigh. The time has come for you to understand the true nature of blood and discover its power. Perfect! Intruders! Let's show them the power of the Order. Forward!
Oh, Archpriest. 390 hit points to... That's a lot of armor. Holy smokes, we're being pushed right into a enforced battle. Really?
I won't disappoint you.
Okay, well, let's see how we're going to go about it. Lots of followers of the Order. This guy here does have a ranged weapon. Good, Cerberus moves forward. Paves the way.
At your command.
Alright. Quick draw. That was a free hit, and we should treat it as such. Nice little free hit. We can put this guy into position before we're doing anything.
Yes?
Let's shortly run everybody up here. Okay, so you, my dear,
Give up.
can be rooted. He's rooted. Okay, so he's basically taken out of the equation for now. Then we definitely want the arbalist to die. Resisted bleeding. Okay, fair enough.
You're mine.
Okay, well that
I'm
was
ready.
a decent start. Rooted this guy. Pre-forward. Because why not? And
You're mine.
killed this guy. What? Painted soul. Okay. That looks like we might have a problem.
Yes?
At your command.
Moving up. Cerberus moves all the way to here, and I think a combined strike is already good enough to kill them. Not sure if I like what I'm seeing. I'm Potentially the Archpriest will become a little bit more powerful to do
At your
that.
service. Consider it done.
Move to here. Let's see if we can. Oh, routing perfect. All three of them
At your
are
service.
basically taken out. Which at that point means we're moving into position
Yes.
to get the Archmage at some point. 1, 2. Still staying nicely in a range.
Don't expect mercy.
Okay. I mean, we had to walk in quite a bit, so that wasn't too easy. It was to be expected that they would have some sort of stupid ranged attack. Fair enough. Okay. I show you something. It's called the little magic trick. Go from the back.
Rest in peace.
And that completely resets MP and action points. Okay. What exactly am I witnessing?
Your bravery is wasted. You're not strong enough against the power I wield.
I had a full turn and you just stole my full turn. My dude, what exactly is that type of trickery?
This should perk you up.
I call Bullus Shitos on this one because I could have dealt quite a bit more damage actually. That's an example of poor game design, may I add.
On the move!
Mainly because there was no indication that we could work around it. Archpriest becomes immune to stunned and prone, restores 1 armor each turn. Okay, well, I mean, we can do that. Resisted burning.
Dodge that.
Resisted prone. Okay, well.
Ready when you are.
We go into a protective stance here, and how about
Face me.
taunting one of these guys? Get resilient.
Yes.
Nice. Granted, I do understand that this is supposed to be
The
the
first to move.
kind of final epilogue here. At
I'm
least
ready.
for this chapter, so naturally they want to make him as strong as possible. But still, I don't like it when the game gives you no indication about, say,
At your service.
any form of rule bending. They're going to do in a second. not being generous with playing rule bending and not playing
Yes.
cheating.
Consider it done.
Like, it's clear from a game design perspective also that one of the biggest challenges is basically moving up to the enemies. So we were at the enemies, we were crushing it, and then he pushes us back, fought 3 new enemies, but we didn't even get our entire turn. So I think that's pretty much bullshit. And I don't mean to try to diminish the otherwise pretty solid game actually, but I don't like it when we're being cheated out of the situation.
Damnation!
What is this? Come on. For starters, let's heal up a little bit. Alright, fair enough. Then we want to move over here. Not 100% sure what that blood surrounding is doing at the moment. Good, but we are moved to here.
Yes.
This is a nice
My advice.
triple
Right.
hit.
On my way.
Coordinated attack. Super good coordinated attack. And this guy is effectively dead.
At your command.
Okay. I thought he would have been debuffed. That's unfortunate. Move to here. Root him in place.
Ready to go? I won't disappoint you.
Need another AoE healing soon, I assume. Okay, let's get this guy down. Down to 4, okay.
You're mine.
Okay, not perfect. What else can we do?
Yes.
We are rooted, okay, I see.
Dodge that. Dodge that.
Didn't crit him,
At
so
your
we
command.
couldn't remove armor. Question that I'm having is, can we get that arbalist down? We could theoretically move and leave this side here. How important is it to get these guys down? Or we're just leaving him for now. He's down to 7 hit points. And we're killing this guy instead, the torturer. Nah, I think it's important that we stay very consistent with what we're doing and remove
Out of my way.
bigger threats. Good, next turn we can move
Yes.
over. We are healing ourselves. Easy.
Very well.
And I would like to regain armor.
Don't expect mercy.
Fantastic, good crit. This guy's almost dead. We're changing to duelist stance and should be good. This guy dies. This guy is also dead. The wave of malice. Crazy. Okay, well, I mean, it's a lot of damage, that is for sure. I
At your
am
service.
wondering
On the move.
how to deal with this guy. Okay, so he has a lot of armor. Obviously, we're tanking him with Hayward at the moment, which seems to be working out reasonably well. And
Yield.
a couple of poisons. He's resisting poisoning. Okay, so that's not a great option. %50 chance of crit, and with that, we are removing armor. Painted Soul explodes, dealing 2 times weaken on the units in the air. Okay. Can you attack it? We will test it, but with someone
Yes.
else. Can you attack the Tainted Soul? No, you can. Alright. Free poison, which may or may not help. He just simply resists that. We're slowly but surely chipping armor away, which was the goal.
I won't disappoint you.
Alright, here we go. Taunted him, which is not bad. I think he's immune to weaken, right? Immune to stunned and thrown. Okay, which makes sense. hit our own guy. So
Don't
we're going
expect
into
mercy.
short mark descent, because that is going to massively increase our chance of dodging. And we're taunting him back. He's weakened, but he is
My turn.
undaunted. Okay, that's not good. I'm using all of the little healing techniques that I can find. Davros moves up.
At your command. The hunt is on.
Let's release him. Force resisted bleeding. There's the first bleeding.
I'm ready.
Very difficult to land anything on him. Moving slightly out so that in case he does an AoE, we're not like fully going to be hit.
I feel weakened.
Alright. I tell you what, you're starting to get on my nerves.
My turn. You're
Five
mine.
hits. There we go. Finally, no more stupid armor. Yeah, now we're talking. Move slightly away. Same
You're
ordeal.
mine.
Some more. Where that initial shot was coming from. We're waiting with that armor removal for the next round.
Yes!
Ready to go. Face the beast.
Of course, resisted all of the bleeding.
Ready to go. I'll be quick to finish.
Oh, he's immune to stunt. Okay, I remember that, but he's not immune to getting a really, really
It's
nasty
over.
obliteration. New reinforcements will be coming, but we're dealing a lot of damage, so I'm actually quite confident in our ability to shut him down.
Yes!
How many debuffs does he have? 3. Which tells me that this here is going to hurt. There we go, that's the damage that I wanted to see, down to 100 hit points. Okay. Bit of the healing. And some more damage. Okay. We're good. very nice. People.
I feel weakened.
What does
At your
blood level
service.
do? I don't really know. Stupid priest.
God's wounds. What a bloodbath. We fought on the riverbanks, but Serval was not among them. So he was hiding here. Clearly he was no longer human. I'm sorry I missed it. But I'm happy that justice has been served for the memory of friends betrayed at Koschreil. I can now return to my convent and pray for the souls of the dead. If you should see my brother Bertrand, greet him and tell him his sister did not lack courage. Don't forget the name. Julienne du Guesclin. History never mentions women.
Alright, listen, I mean, that was a fight, if I've seen one in a while.
After braving the snowy mountains like Hannibal, draining the coffers of Aquitaine to raise an army, and hoping for a quick victory in the midst of the civil war causing bloodshed in the Iberian kingdom, the Black Prince enters Castile to drive out the French. But his motives seem to be more than just political. His agents are everywhere, raiding tombs, crypts, churches, and monasteries. Arnaud de Serval is no more. Just as we had feared, he was a powerful and prominent member of the Order. Removing him is to your credit. Sadly, cutting off one of the Hydra's heads only gives us a little respite. But we did manage to retrieve one of the Apocalypse Stones from him. A Bloodstone. I will study it and try to work out what the next play will be. As for you, remain vigilant.
Well. So we got the ceremonial mace, which we can upgrade, so we're going to do exactly that. That's an immediate upgrade right there. And then, since I want to walk faster, we're starting to actually upgrade all of the things here. We got metal available. Once we get more money, that should be good. Let's take a look at the mace, shall we? And see what it does. I assume it's a two-hand hammer. Here we go. Ceremonial mace. Smash down the target. Blunt damage and removing armor. I like it. First time you deal damage to at least one unit, you grant Inspire to allies within the area of effect. If you have the last stand, you grant Valiant as well. Okay. I mean, Inspired is good because, if I'm not mistaken, that is 10% extra power. That's actually quite good. Very, very, very good. Then, Violent Sweep. You swing your weapon over 3 cells in front of you. That's neat. That's very neat, because now we do have another AoE. That is excellent. You smash down violently with the top of your weapon. And there's a chance for stun. So this here is a bit different than the other stun skill. The normal maces do have stun skill at second if the target has no armor, which tends to work not that well because targets have more than 2 armor, so it takes a while to just shoot through it. Anyways, uppercut. Swing a powerful uppercut. Deals damage, removes 2 armor points. And might inflict prone. I like that. The ultimate ability of the normal hammer is double damage if you're an armor-less target, which again tends to work out seldomly, but I like the idea of constant armor removal because Yes, it is for just 8 points of damage or 2 points of damage, but I've seen quite a few enemies now with 4 or 5 armor and 100 hit points. And the thing is, even if you're dealing very, very respectable damage, kind of 15 points of damage, then it still reduces it by 5. So instead of needing 6 hits to kill that target, you would be needing 10, 11 hits to kill the target. And that's a pretty sizable upgrade. So, on the other hand, damage in this game is very much a function of AoE damage that you can deal. That's why halberds seem to be that good. And this hammer here has something really important. It has the violent sweep ability for triple hit. And then we do have our Holy Retribution on top of it. So we do have 2 means of AoE damage, which is more than enough. And then on top of it, we do have standard armor reduction and pro. Yeah. This here is also nice. With a chance to inflict taunted, so that would be our first AoE taunt. Really, really good. I like what I'm seeing. I like what I'm seeing. It's a good mace. Not surprising because the guy was a tough cookie, but it's still good to see that. So very nice. We are now in chapter 5, and I will need to do an assassination, a couple of other things. There's another unique weapon that came up here, so we will need to take that. Our next reward is the Tainted, or the next job is the Tainted Monastery, where we might need to upgrade a little bit more because the roads are now taking a long time, so I will do a bit more playing behind the scenes, get that here under control, get the weapons upgraded because we want to see that, and on top of that also get a few more upgrades in terms of movement and maybe some armor upgrades. Fast forward for you guys, and see you in the next episode. Bye bye.